Do you ever feel like you don't have control over something? So you lose some hope, and then hopelessness leads to inaction, and inaction fosters more a lack of control, and the cycle continues. Now imagine a huge painting hanging in an art gallery, one that takes up the whole wall with spotlights and benches right in front. It's a masterpiece of creativity showcasing a crafted future that's rewarding, fulfilling, and satisfying. This painting is your life. You get to fill the canvas with whatever you choose. It's painted by the art of possibility, and you are holding the paintbrush. Today, I will guide you through the art of possibility and how it can change your life by taking back control. Find the full transcript and more resources for physician moms at inspiredmommds.com/45. You're listening to Inspired Mom MDs with host Cindy Van Prague, helping physician moms take back control and prioritize what matters most so they thrive in private practice and at home. Hi there, and thank you for joining me today. Today I'm talking about when you feel a sense of being out of control over your immediate future, like there is nothing you can do to change such a big problem. It's a feeling of hopelessness. I recently received a book at a conference. It was a gift from William Miller, PhD. The book is called 8 Ways to Hope, Charting a Path Through Uncertain Times. He gave away hundreds of books that day to the audience, and I'm so glad because my attitude towards hope was a little jaded. I needed this new perspective in my life. I used to say that hope is a 4-letter word, but only to select people that I trusted. My criticism sounds kind of harsh, right? But it stems from a very difficult moment in my life with a loved one in the hospital, with a physician saying they were cautiously optimistic, which I interpreted as false hope. This loved one passed away, and I blamed the false hope fed to me for every minute that we prolonged pain with treatment. In retrospect, I now have some self-compassion. I see that impossible decisions and situations need to unfold a little bit to even comprehend your options. I also see that hope is absolutely not the enemy. Without hope, how can we ever move forward? Back to William Miller's book on hope. He simplifies the science of hope into 8 paths of hope. 2 of those have a profound connection and directly relate to what I talk about with Dr. Moms, which is taking back control so you can thrive. The 2 categories I want to talk about have a reciprocal relationship, and they are desire and possibility. They're uniquely paired together, and I'm excited to talk about why they're paired and how you can turn your desires into reality by fostering the art of possibility. So what do you desire to change as a physician mom? Well, one of the very first things I accomplish in my initial meeting with these Dr. Moms is to define their goals. And often these include things like, I want more time with my kids. I want time to read a book without guilt. Or how do I manage this ridiculous work pressure that I can't seem to control? Those are very clear goals and wants, right? Now the next step is to desire to change. You long for and crave it enough to want to do something about it. This is your why, according to Bill Miller. This desire is your purpose or your meaning for change, your why. But just wanting something doesn't mean you act on it, right? Someone can feel this strong desire for a better schedule and less stress and more control, but see no way to actually get these. And so they can still feel helpless. This is where possibility comes in. Possibility is the how of gaining control and moving towards a goal. Possibility is hope. I call this the art of possibility. I'm not an artist, you might say. Well, you don't have to be a painter, artist, musician, or creative type of person to master the art of possibility. In fact, Even if you identify only as a left brain person, very logical, you are still practicing the art of medicine, the art of motherhood, the art of being human in this crazy world. So it's not a far stretch then for you to master the art of possibility. Allowing possibility in your life can be life-changing. It was for me. I remember a turning point in my life when I turned the impossible into possible. Back in college, I figured out, okay, I want to go to medical school, but it was a little bit later than my pre-med classmates. They were all set on their pathway, their little prerequisites to apply for med school, but I wasn't set, not yet. I was actually discouraged by one of my professors who tried to guide me away from medical school, and that it was too late to get everything in order for the application process and the deadline. This is laughable to me today. People take a million routes to get into med school, right? Anyway, so I went to my guidance counselor that without hesitation said applying to med school was absolutely a possibility. Why would I think otherwise? I still remember that very moment. I felt like, wait a minute, here is someone, like in a position of authority, who believes in me when others didn't. He encouraged me to believe in the possibility. I had the desire, I just didn't think it was possible. Well, I became an anesthesiologist. I have had an amazing career taking care of patients when they are most vulnerable, and I've expanded my vision to integrative medicine and beyond. Now I see endless possibilities. Possibilities were and still are my how. When you see a possibility, it gives you direction to move towards your desire or goal. I wanted to be a doctor so much, but wanting didn't move me any closer until I accepted that possibility of getting into med school. How do you find your possibilities? This can be an art, and the art is in how you allow yourself the option to succeed. How do you believe in yourself enough to take a step? Sometimes that encouragement comes from someone else, like my guidance counselor in college. Sometimes that comes from within yourself. You can encourage yourself. I am encouraging you. Every single woman I talk to has this deep reserve of power and control. They just need to know how to wield it. And now I feel like I'm channeling Taylor Swift. When you allow yourself to dream, to imagine, to creatively think of a way to reach your desires, you create possibility. When you create a possibility, you have to find a pathway or the how to fill your desire. You accept that there is a way to make it happen. You accept that you are not helpless or hopeless. You are, in fact, in control. And often this acceptance comes with stillness or introspection, displaying self-compassion and willingness to change your perspective. It may not be a quick answer or fix. It can be a process. After all, learning to paint a masterpiece doesn't happen overnight. Okay, so now that you believe in the possibility and the art of it, which is your how, you are ready for the next step. And congratulations, the first step is you taking back control. That step, of course, is different for everyone and for every different dream and desire, but there are some basic ground rules for figuring out what to do first. So here's 4 that I'm going to bring up. There are more, but here's 4 basic ones. First, your step will be small. And small means something simple and manageable, something doable. Second, it will be something under your control. You don't have to depend on someone else to help you get started or play the odds that you get a free moment. You create the moment and you make the time. The third ground rule. It will be, my step will be now or very soon, like within the next 48 hours. And if you can only think of something that's 72 hours away, well, find an intermediate step to bridge that time gap. Whatever you do, just start moving. And finally, commit to your step by saying it out loud. Tell a friend, write it down, make yourself accountable somehow. So by taking this first step towards the possibility, you are demonstrating control. You are acting on hope. So this is why I love the connection between desire and possibility, and I just wanted to dive deep into it and explain what I thought about the art of possibility and how you can fill your desires and take control. So just as a summary of today, desire is your why. You want to change and you're willing to act on it, even though there may be no clear direction. The possibility is your how. When you open your mind to the art of possibility, you find direction. When you allow yourself to dream and to imagine and to creatively think of a way to reach your desires, you create possibility. And when you create possibility, you give yourself control over your own painting of life. Then you take the next step. I discussed some basic ground rules of figuring out that next step, which are making it small and doable, make it something under your control, plan it today or the next 48 hours, and commit with accountability. Once you take that first step, plan the next one. These little steps are simple, right? In planning, I mean. The execution may take energy and mental strength, but that is what growth is all about. You will gain momentum. You will hit bumps in the road, but those are just bumps. Roll over them or go around them, but just keep moving. You will find that you can tolerate the cruddy stuff in life because you have hope and a mission to pursue your possibilities. Hopeful people are persistent people, and they find ways to succeed. You are one of them. Don't forget to join me next week for another dose of support and inspiration. Until then, take care of yourselves and take care of those who matter most. It's time to take control and thrive. Thank you for tuning in to Inspired Mom MDs. Please share with other physician moms and leave a review if you found value from this podcast.